5 reasons why I love you and none of them rhyme. 9 times 9, 81, Bonnie and Clyde. We got high and sat by the Wellington sign. I had one hell of a time, it's rock and roll till I...
Welcome to the Green Tea, Freedom and Truth channel. This is Tristan. It's good to have the Green Tea team back for this breaking news edition on Sunday the 20th of December 2020 in Taupo, New Zealand. If you're coming in here, hit the like and subscribe button, drop a comment. Comments and likes let YouTube know that people are engaging and more people get to see it. More people get engaged with it, they let people see it. So share the knowledge. And in this breaking news edition, the World Health Organization, Communist World Health Organization, admits that the RT PCR test is inaccurate. We have known this about the inaccuracy and the flaws in the RT PCR tests since the beginning of the pandemic. Now they are coming out. We're going to look at the official website, the World Health Organization website. Remember, people go follow what the authorities say, listen to what they're saying on these World Health Organization website. This is what they are saying. And this is the test, the cases we see flashing in front of our faces, the cases that get millions of people locked down, millions of people's rights and freedoms snatched away, is inaccurate. False positives, the way they cycle the test, the way they use the test. This test has just locked down 250,000 people in Sydney, Australia. This test has just locked down France, England, Germany. We need to be talking about the inaccuracy of this test. And also the fatality counts. If the test is inaccurate, anyone who tested positive with comorbidities, they are now in question. That we have to question how valid those statistics were. These numbers that have been used to scare and manipulate the population. World Health Organization information notice for IVD users. Nucleic acid testing, NAT technologies, and use real-time polymerase chain reaction RT-PCR tests for detections of SARS-CoV-2. Purpose of the notice to ensure users of certain nucleic acid testing technologies are aware of certain aspects of the instructions for use. IFU for all products. Description of the problem. Who has received user feedback on an elevated risk of false SARS-CoV-2 results when testing specimens using the RT-PCR reagents on open systems. Open systems is an open test to the environment. Nasal, throat swab, open PCR tests, the tests that are locking down the world, bringing in global communism. Here they are backpedaling because they're getting sued. As with any diagnostic procedure, the positive and negative predictive values of the product in a given testing population are important to note. As the positive rates of SARS-CoV-2 decreases, the positive predictive value also decreases. This means that the probability that a person who has a positive result, SARS-CoV-2 detected, is truly infected with the SARS-CoV-2 decreases as positivity rate decreases, irrespective of the assay specificity. Therefore, healthcare providers are encouraged to take into consideration testing results along with clinical signs and symptoms, not asymptomatic people, confirm status of any contact, etc. Covering their butts. Users of the RT PCR reagent should read the IFU carefully to determine if manual adjustment of the PCR positivity threshold is necessary to account for any background noise which may lead to a specimen with a high cycle threshold. They can cycle up and down. The higher the cycle threshold, the more inaccurate the test. If the cycle threshold is high, they can basically make anything positive value result being interpreted as a positive result. Interpreted as a positive result? This is vague language. The design principle of the RT PCR means that for patients with high levels of circulating viral load of any type, relatively few cycles will be needed to detect virus so that the CT value will be low. Conversely, when specimens return high CT value, it means that many cycles were required to detect the virus. In some circumstances, the distinction between background noise, other pathogens, other agents, not V-word 19, and actual presence of the target virus is difficult to ascertain. We've all known this all year. Thus, the IFU will state how to interpret specimens at or near the limit for the PCR positivity. In some cases, the IFU will state that the cutoff should be manually adjusted to ensure the specimen with high CT values is not incorrectly assigned SARS-CoV-2 detected due to background noise, other viral agents, the flu, the common cold, being in contact with someone with the cold, fighting off a cold, recovered from a flu, all of this stuff which makes this test no better than a toss of a coin. Because governments are being sued, I'm going to post another video about the Portuguese government that was sued by the Germans for 2 weeks of quarantine due to a PCR test, and the courts ruled that as a sole diagnostic tool with no symptoms, no contacts, no nothing, is not enough on its own. It says it there that it requires more than just a test, and how you can cycle the cycle rate up and down, and that adjusts the accuracy of the positive rates and that sort of thing. This is just not good enough. There is so much that the authorities, the global elites, the controllers are hanging their hats on people buying into this test. And here we go. People need to start suing and standing up and making some noise about all of the unjust things that have happened due to this inaccurate RT PCR test. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Have courage, speak your truth, support each other, have faith and have fun. Peace out.